To deploy a site, we have three ways. The first is by using a Netlify CLI, which is a CLI tool that lets you deploy site or add some configuration. The other solution for deploying a site is by using drag and drop when we have to drag files into Netlify. And for the last one is by using Git, where we have to link a Git repo to Netlify. So this Git repo can be on GitHub, Bitbucket, or any other website using Git. Okay, we'll start with the CLI solution. Let's visit html5app.net and download the theme that we'll have to deploy. Let's pick this one, download it, and move it to the folder Netlify project on desktop. So the first solution to deploy a site, as I already mentioned, is by using Netlify CLI. For that, we have first to go to the terminal. We'll use npm to install Netlify CLI globally in order to access to it everywhere. Then let's move to the project folder. In my case, I download the theme and move it into the desktop Netlify project. So a cd desktop Netlify project, then the name of the theme. From here, let's first configure a new site where we'll deploy this folder. So Netlify init. You will be first asked to log in into your Netlify account. I use my GitHub account to log in, so click on GitHub on your behalf. Now, from the terminal, we have here a question. If you want to create a Netlify site, without the Git repo, use arrow keys to navigate the answer, select yes, and hit enter. We pick yes because we don't want to use the version in Git for this project. Give a name to the site. Let's go for full stack library, which will be used at the subdomain .netlify.com. Hit enter again. No, the site is created. We can check for that from Netlify dashboard. URL to manage the site. A URL that uses the site name full stack site. A URL that uses the site name full stack library as a subdomain .netlify.com, then the site ID. Let's take a look at the Netlify dashboard. We have here a full stack library site created, but not deployed. So to check that, click on the URL, and we have a page not found. Let's deploy it by using Netlify CLI instead of doing it manually from this deploy your site. So Netlify deploy from terminal. Choose the path if you don't want to deploy the entire folder, because in some other cases you can have a dist folder that includes the production code instead of the source code. In our case, we don't have a dist folder. Let's hit enter and deploy the current folder. We have a message, draft deploy is live. Open the live draft URL. Cool, our template is deployed, but we have an URL that includes this MD5 hash right here. So this MD5 will be different after each Netlify deploy. Let's open this HTML file and do a modification. And we have now a different live draft URL. With a different MD5 hash at the URL. So this MD5 right here from the first deploy is not the same as the MD5 from the second deploy. Open the second live draft URL and we see the modification. Now we have two drafts where the second draft includes the changes. Let's create a new deploy when you will change the name. We will change this name by another name. Via index.html. Let's just find for Mehdi. And we'll change the name by John. Save it. And we'll hit deploy again, and it will generate a new URL with a new MD5. Let's open the URL, and I have a John instead of Mehdi. And if we return to our main URL, fullstacklibrary.netlify.com, and refresh the page again, we still have this page not found message, because the command netlify deploy create drafts and will not deploy to production. To deploy to production, we have to type netlify deploy, then --prod. Hit enter. We'll ask for the deploy path. Hit enter again. Refresh the page. Now our site is deployed and accessible from the main URL. To summarize, use Netlify deploy when your website is not ready for production and you are just doing modifications. But once you decide that the modifications are validated, use Netlify deploy --prod. If you want to take a look at the other options of Netlify deploy, you can type Netlify deploy --help. Hey, this is Mehdi with Full Stack Library, and in this video I'm going to show you how to drag and drop a folder into Netlify to deploy a static site manually. First, we download a theme from the website html5app.net. In my case, I copy the folder in this location right here. You can change the name of the folder if you want, but will not take effect on the name of the site. Okay, now let's just open netlify.com to access to the dashboard. Log in with my GitHub account. Click on GitHub, then type your username and the password. And we'll move the folder into Netlify. Drag it into the dashboard. Wait until it's uploaded. And we have got a check mark on the first step. 1. Your site is deployed. And for the second step right here, we have to set up a custom domain. We'll not go through this step on this lesson, we'll do it in separate lesson. As you see here, we have a generated URL with the random name .netlify.com, which is used as a subdomain .netlify.com. Okay, let's just click on the link, and voila, the website is deployed. Simple as that. Okay, we'll move to the dashboard again. Let's now go to settings to change the site name. So in this section right here, site information, we have the site name, owner, API ID, and other interesting information about the deployed site. Okay, let's just click on change site name button and choose any name you want. I'll choose the name webdev. Hit save, and I have right here, this site name is already taken. So if you choose any taken name, you will always have this error. Let's just go for Full Stack Library app. You can use a hyphen as a separation. Okay, save the change. And we have got a Full Stack Library -app as a subdomain .netlify.com. Open the URL, and it works. And if we go here at the old deployed URL and refresh it, it will not work because we changed the name. The new name takes place of the older one. And this is how we deploy a site manually by dragging a folder into Netlify. Now that we successfully deploy a site manually by dragging a folder into Netlify dashboard, I would love to hear from you on the comment section if you have successfully deployed a theme manually. Hey, this is Mehdi with Full Stack Library, and in this video we'll deploy a GitHub repo on Netlify. Okay, let's just start first by downloading the theme. Go here to HTML5 app, and let's just pick up one. Okay, let's just pick this one. I copy the URL, copy link address. I go to the terminal, and I use wget command to download the theme here. Okay, after I download the theme, let's just unzip it into unzip download into a directory. I will name it Full Stack Library -theme. Okay, that's good. Now let's just open this folder right here. And just you see, so these are the files. Now I download the theme. Let's just create a new public repo on GitHub. I will go to GitHub and I'll create a new repo. Let's just use the same name, Full Stack Library theme. Full Stack Library theme. We'll leave the description blank. Public, leave it like that. I will not initialize this repo with any readme. I will create it manually. And for the git ignore, I will not use it because we will ignore nothing. Let's just create the repo. As you see, I have created a new repo on the command line. I will do that manually. So let's just copy this line right here. Echo. So this echo Full Stack Library theme readme, it will just create a readme.md file and will initialize or put this content right here within the readme.md. As you see, this is the readme, cat readme. Now we have two readme.txt and .md. Okay, I have to initialize it. Here's init. Now I initialize the folder. Now I have a git repo. And if you want to find for that, you will see that I have a .git folder will include the version and commit all of that. But before I run git status, so you see I have to add these files right here. add -a, so we'll add everything. Let's just check for that again. M commit -m commit -m, then initialize. We'll say hello world. Good. Now I don't have anything to commit, but I just need to add this remote right here to push the changes into this repo. Add the remote, then I will git push origin to master. Okay, I will push everything into the master. Type username, then the password. Okay, good. Now I'll push everything into the repo, into the GitHub repo. Okay, we'll wait a little bit, 88%. Verify that, refresh the page, and boom, we have here the files. Okay, our repo is ready to be used on Netlify. Let's just move to Netlify dashboard, and I will create a new site. Click on GitHub, and we'll link Netlify to the GitHub repos. So let's just choose this account right here, and now I need to select a repo. So let's just go for that full stack library theme. I have selected one repository, and I give read access to code and read access to metadata. Let's just click on install. I link this repo full stack library theme to a new site. Okay, let's just move on and click here. Then if I have multiple branches, but in my case I only have one, which is master. But if I have multiple ones, I can pick one. And in our case, we only have one, so we'll stick to master. So we don't have to add any build command or publish directory. Okay, let's just leave them blank and click on deploy site and say deploy in progress. Now it's finished. Your site is deployed and we have a link right here. And if we click on the link, you will see that our site is deployed. Okay, our website is already deployed from this GitHub repo right here. Now let's just do a change. Okay, we'll go for this Fory right here, and I will change this hi, my name is Fory to hello world. Okay, I will open this index.html, and I'll check for what? My name. Okay, my name. Okay, we'll remove the line. I'll go for one, then a hello world. Save that. But if I check here from the website, I will not have this hello world because this website right here is deployed from the GitHub repo. I need to push the changes into GitHub. For that, let's just check git status. So I have this index.html. Let's just add everything. Then I will commit the changes locally. Okay. Change the title, and I will push the changes into the origin master. Now let's just check for commit. I have here change the name. Okay, now that I have a commit, I want to just push this change into Netlify, but without doing it manually. If I refresh the page, so the commit change title is deployed. And to check for that, let's just verify this commit right here. You see that I have a change title, and this is what I changed. I changed hi, my name is John to hello world. And to verify that, let's just click on the deployed, and we'll preview the deploy. And voila, we have a hello world instead of hi, my name is Fory. You can do as many changes as you want, but once you hit this push, so you define to Netlify that you want to get the changes from the master, and once you do any change within the master, so it will be deployed as a new, it will be used as a new deploy, and will have multiple ones. Okay, I have here change the title. I can go to the older one, this one, and I can preview each deploy separately. And if I decide that I want this deploy to be published, I just need to hit publish. Okay, now if I check here, I will see that I have the older one. Hi, my name is Fory. So to summarize, you can publish any deploy you want, and you can even preview it. So far, we learned how to download a theme, we create a new public repo on GitHub, and we push the changes into GitHub, and we deploy the static theme by using Netlify. And this is how we can use Git to deploy a theme. You can do the same process if you are using Bitbucket. If you have any problem with the process or with the steps, just leave me a comment and I will be happy to help you. Hi, this is Mehdi with Full Stack Library, and today we'll learn how to set up a custom domain to be used with Netlify. The website that you already deployed, if you enter here, you'll see that this is a subdomain.netlify.com, that you can access to this website like that. But what if I want to add a custom domain? As you see here, I have 3 steps. The first one is already done, and the second one is set up a custom domain. Okay, let's just click on that. I need to add a custom domain that I already own. But before that, let's just go to namecheap.com, where I will add some settings and manage the domain that I want to add into Netlify. Let's just click on account, dashboard, add my username and password. Okay, I have a list of domain name. We have here this button to manage. Let's just click on that. So we'll just link the cssaddict.com. So I just have to add the custom domain and link it to Netlify. When I add cssaddict.com right here, I will access this website. Okay, let's just go and manage the domain. Let's just click on manage. I have this name server that if you want to just change the DNS, and if we go Netlify and domain name settings, and if we check for that, it will tell you how you can add a custom domain. And there is 2 ways to do that. We have the recommended and we have the alternative. And the recommended is you just need to change the DNS. And what's exactly a DNS? It's just mapping an IP address to a domain name. If you go, let's just open iTerm, I will show you that. If we ping on google.com, as an example, we see that I have here an IP address. And if I take this IP address and I put it here inside the browser, so I will be redirected to Google. What is it exactly doing? Because people can't just memorize these IP addresses, and the DNS is just mapping this name here, google.com, to this IP address right here. And this is what we'll do. We'll just need to map the CSS addict, which is this domain name, cssaddict.com, to Netlify IP address. If you choose this option right here, use a DNS provider, and then we add the DNS, the Netlify DNS. So in this case, you will give a full control to Netlify for our domain name. But sometimes you just need to use other services like Google Apps or whatever. Now we'll choose the second one, the alternative. On the alternative, you have create an e-record pointing to your root. And this is why we'll need to copy Netlify IP address, and we'll create an e-record and a CNAME. Okay, let's just go to Namecheap to add the settings. And we'll go to advanced DNS instead of name servers. Because if you just pick name servers, you just need to add the name servers of Netlify, but we'll not choose that. Okay, now let's just add an e-record. Okay, we'll go for this e-record and we add the parameter, save it. We'll go for the CNAME to use this www right here. And add a new record, CNAME record, then the W, okay, just remove one, and css-addict.com, save it. And this is the way on how we manage the domain name from Namecheap. You can have other provider, let's GoDaddy or any other one. So they are the same, just need to add a record and a CNAME one. Now let's just move to Netlify to add the domain. So www.css-addict.com, hit enter or click on verify, and it will verify. So it asks you, are you the owner? If for sure I'm the owner. Now they are checking for the DNS configuration. This will take a while. Maybe, okay, let's just check for that. I don't think this will work right now. And as you see, it works. So we're just setting www.css-addict.com, and we can access the domain name via the custom one, which is in our case cssaddict.com. Let's just refresh the page again. I'll keep refreshing the page, and good. They are both working, the css-addict.com and the www.css-addict.com. And this is how we map a custom domain to netlify.com. And you can even verify this HTTPS right here. And after you verify it, they will use Let's Encrypt certification. It is a free one that you can use for your domain name. You don't have to buy one, but once you verify your custom domain name, So it will be applied and you can access via HTTPS instead of just HTTP to secure your website. Okay, that's it. This is how we map a custom domain to Netlify to use that for a static site. If you have any question, just leave it in the comment section and we'll be happy to answer. Hey, this is Mehdi from fullstacklibrary.com, and today we'll learn how to get form submissions into Netlify. Now, what I want to do exactly is let's just get into a page when we can send a form. So we'll go to this landing page right here, and I have a form, name, email, and message. And I want to get this information right here and send them into the Netlify, and I can just get them into the cssaddict.com as a recent form submission. So I have a form and I need to set up this form to send information to Netlify. So for that, I need first to edit. Let's just enter this full stack library theme, and I need to edit this landing page.html. Let's just go to landing and I'll find the form. And this is the form. I have a form right here and I have a name and email and message, and I want to get them from Netlify. So the first thing to do is you need first to remove this action right here. You need to specify this attributes Netlify. And once you add this attributes Netlify, you are just telling Netlify that this is a form that you need to watch, and this is what these attributes do exactly. And the second thing that you need is the name for the form. I will go for landing. Okay, landing form. Now everything is set. I don't have to add anything else. Let's just save that. And if we hit git status, if you remember that this repo right here, so we use git to deploy it. Now we have a modification that you need to push into GitHub, then GitHub will deploy it. But if you don't do that, so the form's still the same. If we check that from the developer tool, even if I save the file, because this is online, let's just get into the form. As you see, I have all the code right here. So first, let's just add landing.html. Let's just get status. Okay, good. And I will commit that. Update the form. Okay. Now let's just push the changes into the origin master or into this branch right here, and you need to wait for that. If we check from GitHub, this is the full stack library theme repo, and this is the commit right here. I just update the form, and this is what I do. I update this, add the attributes Netlify, then add the name for the form. That's it. This is what I do, and we'll wait for that from Netlify. Let's just go CSSAddict. As you see, this is the deployment published. So you need to check for that, preview the deploy. Okay, let's just use the inspector to see that if it's working. I need to go to this landing page. Okay, let's just go here and I select the form. And that's it. I have a name, landing form, and method pass. Okay, now let's just test that. I will go for my name, Mehdi. Then the email, fullstacklibrary@gmail.com. And thanks for watching this video. Okay, send the message. Cool, I have an alert right here telling me, thank you, your form submission has been received. And to check for that, or to check for this submission, you just need to go right here to CSSAddict, and we have a recent form submission, and I can check that. So this is what I have. Thanks for watching this video, and I can get every submission from Netlify or from this part, from a recent form submission. So let's just do another submission. Okay, we'll go John and hello at Gmail. Very cool. Stack library at gmail.com. I'll go for hello world. This is a message from cssaddict.com. Send the message. Okay, your form submission has been received. And if we check that again and I refresh the page, so we'll see that I have a recent form submission, another one, which is hello world. If I click on that, So I have everyone. You can even select all of them and download them as an CSV. And if you open that, so you see that I have some information right here so that I can access to them. Name, email. Let's just increase the size a little bit because I don't see that name, email, message. And if you open that via Excel or you collect that or you drag that into Google Sheet, you'll see that organized, an CSV file organized. But in my case, I'm just opening it by text edit. Okay, this is not our subject, but how we can link a form from this landing page right here, this form right here, into Netlify, and this is the form, or this is the code. You just need to add the attributes and add a name for the form.